will never succeed more than you fail. That's not how it works. It's the only way to learn. You have to fail. Failure is a part of the process to becoming successful. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player in the world, he took 946 game-winning shots. He has only made 146 of those. He has missed over 700 times, but he has made 146. You know what they write about? When he make it.
We are at a point in our lives when we are aware of our wins and losses because we know that we have a lot of responsibilities awaiting us in the future. We know that one day we do not want to become a burden to anybody, and it kind of makes us take better notes of our wins and our losses. How to deal with it is why I am filming this video, and I'm not doing it alone.
Introduce yourself, please. Hi, guys.
Hi.
I'm Tia Orisa. I'm a student and I'm also Melissa's friend.
What does failure mean to you?
This is like my personal opinion. Failure is when you've tried, you put in like a lot of work, you've literally tried like everything and something still doesn't go your way. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a competition or anything for you to fail. It could be to do two things that you wanted to achieve for yourself or you wanted to do.
Have you ever been in a situation where you feel like you failed?
Plenty.
What did you do to cope with the situation?
Personally, I don't like to have regrets. So whenever I feel like I fail or I'm failing, I try to tell myself that okay, this happened for a reason. Even though it's not happens for a reason, but we'll tell ourselves that to help us cope with failure.
Everything
happen.
Yeah.
I don't think everything happens for a reason.
Are you sure?
I don't know.
So that's the coping mechanism.
Exactly. There was time that everything happens for a reason, and I probably feel so I can do better. Or literally, when I fail, I tell myself that okay, first of all I go back to check why I failed. If it's a situation where I can control, like things that I did not do enough that made me fail, I go back, like re-strategize, try to work on those things that made me fail in the first place. And if it's things that are beyond my control, for example, now if you plan to maybe wear a particular outfit and you wash and you rinse and it doesn't dry you feel like you failed. It might not be failure, but you actually failed because you told yourself that
it's dry.
You were going to wear it out. Things like that is beyond my control. So I just myself one more anyhow but if it's something that I can handle, I try my very best to like go back and see where I didn't do good and like actually
re-strategize.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know that there are some people that whatever they do in this life, whatever it is they put their hands or like set their mind to do, to win at, they won't win. Like, how do you want to give somebody like that hope?
So that's actually deep because I feel like it will affect the person's mental health first of all. Because I mean, they're telling the person, don't worry, you make it, and regardless, I'm failing and stuff like that. So I don't know at this point. I don't know, but I can say just have to try your best to help the person. If it's something the person has been doing countlessly, but the person has been failing, I feel like helping the person actually tries to achieve those things instead of just sitting back and letting the person actually do them by him or herself to actually help. Because I mean, when you lend a hand, it is going to
do one or two things.
Yes, I feel like that's a way. Then support the person however you can, however best the person needs support. It could be financial, it could be anything that make people fail. Because I don't feel like there's anybody that failure is attached to. I feel like there's
some people that have bad luck.
and there's bad luck and there is failure. Like there's some things that should not fail. I feel like there's some things that should not go wrong. Just like now, okay, you know that you're supposed to make your hair a particular style and the hairdresser is good. Then it's not reach your touch, she will not flop.
You have bad experiences with hairdresser.
I do.
Because you've been talking about hairdressers since I came here.
I've seen something with hairdresser. So I feel like some things are not supposed to fail, but if they do fail, they actually have to first of all pray. Then when you've done that and you put in your best as humanly possible, I feel like you can now like source for help from fellow persons and stuff.
There's one quote that I know I believe in very, very well. No man is an island. If I am jobless, like I don't have a job, like I'm at a point in my life where I should obviously be working, like I should not still live with my parents and the people that are around me too are people that are jobless. Like, be intentional about the people that you keep around you, because you don't know where your help is going to come from. This question is similar to this one I asked. Okay, so let's say you and I and two other people were in a friendship group, and I'm like the one doing bad and every other person is winning. What, like, how do you want to advise such a person?
I don't think advice is the right thing to do, because I feel like all talk and no work is just the person will just feel like you are mocking, because no matter how much you try to encourage people that are failing, they always feel like their thing is because you're not in their shoes and you never actually understand. So if we are in a friend group, I'm in a friendship group, English is hard.
Yeah.
If you're in a friendship group and first of all, I feel like it depends on what you are feeling at. Let's say it's school and we're like a group of friends that are in the same school, and let's say we're classmates and you are failing, you're having a hard time at school. Obviously, I would
Want to
help you if it's for us to be reading together, put our legs at water, soak it, and read to pass. I will make sure I do everything.
Okay.
It was something that's beyond my power, as I said. I feel like the first thing is to take it to God if the person believes in God.
And try not to hate on the people that are winning, like your friends, because
it's not their fault that you are failing.
And you to the friend, don't try to make the person feel bad
for failing, because it could be anybody.
It's sometimes that in that kind of situation, you don't even have to do anything to make that person feel bad,
because the person will feel oppressed. Let's just say oppressed, just like how my mates are,
Even if you're trying to help the person, like you're taking the person out, like to sponsor the person will feel like
showing off.
Yes,
I completely get. I feel like in situations like that, no amount of you're doing well will help. It's just mostly action. It's mostly your action that helps the person, because anyway you know that the person needs help, just help out. I mean, that's why you are friends. That's why you guys are in a friendship group. You guys can even have like meetings, like discussions on how to help the person without the person being there. Like, be intentional about wanting to actually help. It's not just, don't worry. Let's say it's a business, for example, and you know that you have like the right, let's say, contact to like maybe post for the person and help the person reach their customers. You will hold it. You won't help the person who post and stuff like that.
Friend.
Exactly. So I feel like action actually helps more than just, don't worry, you will sell, you will do well, and all this stuff. So I feel like as a friend, or even if a friend or a friend group, just be intentional about actually helping the person succeed. Just do things, action basically.
Action speak louder than words.
Yeah.
I don't think I will see my age on camera because I'm not blooming yet. But at our age, when I started this video, I said most of us feel like we are failing. So a lot of us are actually failing. But then, how do you get this mentality out of people's heads that they have not failed in life totally if they're at our age? Do you understand? Yeah. A lot of us feel like because one thing did not work for us at this point in our life,
it's over.
It's over. But then there's also another angle. If you eat a food that is bad, let's say you ate bad egg roll when you were small. Ate bad egg roll when you were small. And then, do you want to agree or accept that that experience alone has the power to say, today I'm not eating egg roll again?
Yeah, it does, sure. Well, everybody's just trying to stay positive and give each other hope, because if you just say, okay, because you ate bad egg roll, you eat egg roll again, you spend your life now eating egg roll.
It's true, and egg roll is sweet.
I really have to try another egg roll. This year, I feel like people do that because most times them today failed. I feel like no successful person was just successful without actually failing. Because sometimes if you don't fail, you think that a lot of things come easy. Yeah. When you fail, experience or not, so okay, you have to put in more work, do better, and a lot and stuff like that. So I feel like people try to encourage other people, sometimes not just for other people, for themselves. Because I'm telling somebody, don't worry, do better. When I just need to reassure myself that I need to do better. So you're getting someone that simply because you feel doesn't mean that it's over for you, because you shouldn't not over. I mean, if you give up, that's where you
People
fail.
still make accomplishments when they are 15. Even to maybe change certain bad characters that they have. There are people that intentionally wake up one morning, maybe when they are 50 or 60, that I want to stop this bad thing that I'm doing. Even though I don't really believe you can change any bad character at that age. But if you like, don't change your bad character now. Can you you still have a lot of years in front of you. Don't think because you failed at something now or you keep failing at something now and then it is truly over. And like I know social media has a very, very great impact on this failure thing. Like you open your Instagram or whatever social media platform it is that you're using and you see somebody posing like this, just got my first house.
Like when people post their achievements, sometimes it's not just to oppress other people.
Yeah.
It's because they actually went through a lot. Like the only university your eye don't see.
Yeah.
You didn't jump. Like let's say 3 times, you didn't get your cutoff mark, and you finally get it. You will post it. You will post it. If the person can fail jam 3 times and still get like 270, who are you now? You can also do this. I feel like sometimes it actually helps. It was this stuff I applied for. What's the name? It was a program that was supposed to be like a tech program. I applied for it and I got through the first stage, got to the second stage. I think even the third stage, they now sent a mail that okay, choose your preferred location for the physical interview and physical grading and stuff like that. I was excited when I found out, maybe only for me to get a mail like I think like some days later that we're sorry, we've reviewed your application and we're sorry we cannot go forward with you at this point.
That I'm sorry, you're not sorry, get out. You're not sorry, don't tell me that you're sorry.
And it was now like they dropped a lot of people at that stage. Like, they've been dropping people since, but I mean, and they were taking me and I was feeling that okay, I have a shot. But if I'm to now realize that they claimed that why they dropped a lot of people that stage was because they only wanted people that their initial application was heartfelt and like, why did you just leave me that time? Maybe they're like, okay, because it was more like test assessment. The first and second assessments were like assessment based on what we're applying for. And I passed the assessment because they'll give you a score immediately after. Then they'll also tell you whether you are proceeding to the next stage. I passed your test. Oh yeah, take me now. No, my application was not. I didn't cry my application. Okay. So the point is, when I got that last year, I was like, well, there's nothing I can do because I know that I actually did my best at that point. But obviously, they claimed that my initial application was not because you know how when they ask you why you're applying for this, I've learned that when you're applying for something, my dear, is pour out your heart. Honestly, pour out your heart because if you're just trying to be professional, they may feel like you don't really need the opportunity. And like they need you to be professional, yes. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like they're looking for people that are very intentional about whatever it is they're applying for. So I feel like that was where I was, should I say, wrong. Say now I apply for that thing maybe in their next cohort and I get it, I will post it.
Yeah.
I will post it because I've failed previously and I know why I failed. So maybe somebody might see you now sit and say, this one is posting now without knowing what I've been through.
Yeah,
Do you get?
There was something that I applied for as well when I was in school. A friend and she got accepted. I didn't get accepted. Obviously, I felt bad I didn't get accepted, but I was happy that she got accepted. Then, do you know what I used to console myself? Okay, when I went for my interview now, I just took the chair, like, I just... This is your father's house. The point is, when I went for the interview, I did not, like, they said, okay, it's my turn, because it was a lot of people. So I went inside the place now, and the man was there. The man was there, so I just removed, like, brought out the chair and sat down. I was nervous, so I won't say that was what made me do that thing. Like, I just thought it was normal. Enter the place and just
You wait for them to allow you to take a seat.
I've never been to an interview before. I just thought I should let Nisha go there and remove it and sit down. My point is, when I started like conversing with the person, it was like, next time, kiniko, like wait for the person to
ask you.
Yes, and I'm like, okay. So when I didn't get it, I'm like, maybe God wanted me to learn that. Please, just leave me to stay with what. Is I feel we take all of those quotes, like those words, with levity, because never give up actually means don't give up throughout your lifetime. It doesn't mean try this year, then when it doesn't work, get tired and stop trying. Like it means never stop trying. Like if you try at this particular thing, it doesn't work, I'll move on to the next one. If you try at that one, it doesn't work, I'll move on to the next one. Just don't stop trying and learn about, like, know what it is you like about yourself. Try to study yourself, know what you like, what you don't like. Keep sensible people around you, like just
Very
keep
important.
that thing is important too.
You need hope.
Yes,
basically. You need
yes.
to keep hope alive.
Even I remember when I was in primary school, when they were teaching us types of prayer, they'll tell you there
What
is
type of prayer?
yes, no. Is it primary school or secondary school? I think yes, something. It should be secondary school. They told us, I think, is it intercessory prayer? Like when you're interceding for, yes, when you are down, your friend should be able to give you hope. Even though there was this tweet I saw on Twitter. I always like going back to Twitter because I use the app a lot. So this guy said he was very, very depressed at a point in his life and he shut everybody out. Like he wasn't talking to anybody. He cut off his social media. He wasn't picking calls from anybody. And there was this his particular friends, like his friends were trying to reach him, but he was blocking everybody out. And this his friend at a point jumps over his fence.
Intentional friends.
Yes, just to get to him because he knew what he was going through.
Yeah.
So like even if you're that guy and you've lost hope in life, the love and like affection that your friend is showing, like that's sacrifice, because that thing is a sacrifice. Anything could have happened to me while he was jumping over that friend. Exactly.
There was winter and bunny.
Exactly. Even though it was in South Africa. But the guy was able to, take that risk. Yes, like make that effort to want to talk to his
You
friend.
always fail at something. Even when you give some things your all, your best, some things will not just work out. And literally lately, I've learned that once I've done my best, my personal best, I've put it in prayer. Like if it's something I really want to do, I've put it in prayer, I've done my best, and it fails. I take it that okay. Like it depends on what it is, Sha. Like there's some things that just happen and you just know yourself, oh,
It's not for me.
it's not for me. Sometimes some things just happen, some things just do not work. And you don't know why, you don't know what you've been saved from. You don't know what you've also missed though.
Yeah.
But there's some things that don't just work. I just tell myself, I've tried. Like it's not me giving up, it's just me knowing that this thing is not for me.
You're moving on to the next. Nobody said just leave it and stay. Like leave it.
Try
and move
other
on.
things.
Yes.
Exactly. Try other things.
Okay, so we've come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like,
Comment,
subscribe, just
share to your friends,
exactly,
family members.
Exactly. I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.
Bye.